Hello friends, my name is Sagar Sawant. Today I will talk about the term mind mapping. This is a newly introduced term in 12th standard textbook from this year. So let's see in detail what is mind mapping. First we will see the origin of this term. This was This term was made popular by British author Tony Buzan in 1974. But this term was did exist since 11th or 12th centuries. So this was a very old term. This is the first definition. A mind map is a diagram used to visually organize information. A mind map is hierarchical and shows relationships among pieces of the whole. It is often created around a single concept drawn as an image in the center of a blank page, to which associated representations of ideas such as images, words, and parts of words are added. Major ideas are connected directly to the central concept, and other ideas branch out from those major ideas. So, this definition tells us that we can collect information and then we can organize it in a diagram. This diagram shows the relationship between two objects like main point or sub point. What is the relationship between two points? How sub point is related with the main point? And another thing is, this diagram is always created around a central concept or a single concept. We can draw it an image, or we can write the main point on the page, on the single page in the middle, and then we can add more information to that concept. That is the mind mapping. First of all, we have to write or draw an image, or we have to write the main point or the main idea. Then we can add some more ideas, that those are called as major ideas. After that, we can add some more ideas to major ideas. When we add more ideas, more concepts to major ideas, those are called as subordinate ideas or other ideas. So in this way, subordinate ideas or other ideas are uh, connected to major ideas, and major ideas are connected to single concept or central concept. This is the pattern of mind mapping. This is the second definition. A mind map is a diagram for representing tasks, concepts, or items linked to and arranged around a central concept or subject using a non-linear graphical layout that allows the user to build an intuitive framework around a central concept. So both definitions are similar and quite sufficient, quite enough to tell us the meaning of the term. Here we can be able to see three different images. The images are different, but these images or these drawings or diagrams are called as mind mapping. In the first image, in the first image the central concept is books, and major ideas branching out from the single concept. First major idea is paper, second lines. So these are all major ideas. First one is paper, second one is lines, third one is words, fourth images, fifth color, and the last one is structure. And after every major idea I have added some more words, some more branches. So those words are called as subordinate ideas or other ideas. So here we can understand what is the mind mapping. Here is the second image, holiday, and we can clearly see that holiday is the central concept, and around the central concept created other major ideas, and after every major idea I have added some other subordinate ideas or other ideas. In the third diagram it also shows the same pattern. Now we will move ahead. Benefits of mind mapping: it enables meaningful learning. We are not able to learn everything by reading and writing. For some topics we have to take extra efforts. We have to draw diagrams, otherwise we can't remember, we can't memorize. So this is the benefit of first benefit of mind mapping. When we use this term we can learn meaningfully, we can get true knowledge of the topic. It helps with memorization and retention. It helps to memorize easily and remember permanently. This is the second benefit of mind mapping. It's a more engaging form of learning. With the help of this term, we can engage ourselves in the study of particular topic, and because of our concentration we can do better. It makes complex issues easier to understand. We can't learn everything by reading and writing, and with the help of mind mapping we can learn difficult topics very easily. It improves your productivity on average. Mind mapping tool helps busy executives to be 20% to 30% more productive in their work. We can't waste 20% to 30% our energy if we use this term while studying particular topics. In this way, we can improve our efficiency. In this way, we can improve our capability. So, this is the another benefit of mind mapping.